All right, family, we are live. All right, got my man Dennis John Pierre in the building. It's been a long time. Dennis is one of my first guests on the show. Matter of fact, he was in the first video that went viral. That we did a video. What was that? Like 150,000 or something views or something like that. It was crazy.
It was more than that.
Yeah,
It was more than that. It was like in the what 6 digits or something like that.
yeah. I don't know if they yellow marked it or what. Something happened with it. I don't know why, but I think they might have yellow marked it or something. But
Yes,
you
yeah. Some
know,
hater at YouTube probably flagged it.
yeah, man. But you are the Brazilian veteran, man. I miss Brazil. We linked up a whole bunch of times in Brazil. I haven't been back in Brazil in about 3 years now, maybe two, about 2, 3 years, maybe 2 years. We brought in 2022 together or 2023 together when we went to that New Year's party.
I think it was 2022. It was
Damn, it's
2022.
been that was 2022.
That was 2022.
Wow, it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, man. But brother, I see you on the beach, living it up, looking great out there. See you all in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Soon did Jean Pierre clicked on before we went live. It was a dime just walked right past.
Yeah, man. I was like, as soon as I set up, I saw her walk past. I'm like, damn. I had to do a double
Yeah,
take on
man.
that one.
So how is it out there? So how is it out there, man?
It's cool. It's not as much foot traffic as it is like in January and Carnival, but it's still cool, man. It's still
Hmm.
cool.
Okay, is there wintertime out there or is there summertime out there?
Right now,
Uh-huh.
uh, right now it's their fall season,
Hmm.
or as they call it, outono. I keep outono here. They call it outono. So
Okay.
spring started like on the 22nd in North America. So the fall season starts now. But right now it's like in the mid 80s as far as temperature
Hmm.
wise.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice, man.
yeah.
So what's been going on in Rio, man? I know we have a lot of content coming out of Colombia, DR, a lot coming out of Thailand as of recently. But Brazil always stay that consistent. Like it's not, ever like high on people's, social radar or low. It's like right there, that consistency.
Um, I think it's a combination of overexposure.
Hmm.
Uh, dudes not really going too deep into what goes on here in Rio.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it's a combination of things, but a lot of it is just overexposure. I think.
Oh, but okay. Do you think it's a lot of content coming out of Brazil?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't really
it's
see.
a lot. I think Rio is saturated with content creators, male and female.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's been like that
Hmm.
for a couple of years now. I think,
Hmm. Okay.
which is part of the reason I don't really on this trip. I didn't plan on doing much content. I left all my equipment at home, my drone, my pocket camera. I left all that stuff at home because it's like I feel like other than
Hmm.
the occasional live stream, I didn't plan on doing no content.
Okay, and you've been all over Brazil, bro. Like you one of the brothers that
Yeah,
went all over Brazil in multiple cities. You speak Portuguese. I mean, I know you love it.
yeah, man.
Did it froze a little bit there? Why he
Compatible.
why he comes back on? Okay, here you go.
I feel compatible here. I feel like my life is better here.
Hmm.
My life improves drastically here. Back in the States, I often feel like, what we once had in the States as far as socially, we don't have it no more. I think
Right,
America has declined a lot socially,
it has
you know.
most definitely, and it seems to be getting worse now with all the pop your balloon challenges, shows, and
Yeah,
the
man, all that
podcasts, and the
nonsense. And
yeah.
you notice there's been an uptick in videos of women complaining about the dating scene, complaining about how men don't show up to singles events and things like that. I'm like,
Hmm.
it's starting to see more and more of that.
Hmm.
So, because dudes are fed up, man. Dudes are fed up.
That's facts. That's facts. So I want to give a shout out to my man Jay Clyde in the building, Ozzy in the building,
Jay
in here
Clyde,
early, man.
Jay
Shout out to my
Clyde is
man Jay
always
Clyde.
around. He's always
Jay
around.
Clyde, he used to be a Brazilian veteran, but now I guess he's a Colombian veteran. He only go down to Colombia now. So
Yeah,
shout
he
out to
done
my
found
man Jay Clyde,
he done found this brown sugar over there.
man. Facts. What up, Travis in the building? He said DJP quality content only from this brother. Facts. That's all facts, man. Facts. You be doing interviews with beautiful women. You've been all over Brazil. Um, you got some really, really dope content, guys. If you haven't already subbed to Dennis Jean Pierre, make sure to sub to Dennis Jean Pierre. Very informative channel. Like I say, he speaks Portuguese. A lot of guys is out there just kind of filming the eye candy. But Dennis Jean Pierre gets really into the mix out there, all within the culture, traveling to other cities, everything like that. So very nice, right?
I mean,
And I'm saying,
I'm
I
a,
gotta put you on the big screen a little bit, man, because I'm
go,
seeing some little
go ahead.
work walking in the background. There you go.
I see old girl that passed by earlier.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
She walking away in a white bikini.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
man. Now, Dennis, I don't know if you noticed, but one of my first experiences with Rio was actually watching a movie. I think I was back in college called City of God.
Yeah,
And that's a really popular movie. I think it won all kinds of awards. Did you know it just came out with like a little mini series, man?
yeah, yeah. I know. I saw that like last time I was here in Brazil. I started watching a little bit of it.
Okay, I mean this just came out like 2024. This is a new
Yeah,
one.
like towards the end of 2024.
Okay, yeah, yeah, with the
Yeah,
same characters and
the same
everything.
characters, the same people, the same photographer, same ugly ass photographer. That dude hard to look at, man.
Hey, but he funny though. He
Yeah,
be in
yeah,
the favelas taking the photos right in the
yeah,
water. Like
yeah,
he be getting it, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But
So yeah.
yeah, I saw that. I remember seeing that the original City of God movie. I remember seeing that back in 2002, 2003 at the theater in
Hmm.
Chicago, and you got people thinking that all of Rio's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. I
But, I,
mean,
but, I, but I,
it's like beautiful filmmaking though. Like when I see like the visuals of it and see like all the multicultural looking people and the fellas and the
Mhm.
uh it's just crazy, man. Like it's but you're right though. People might think that's the whole thing because people don't really see anything outside of movies like that when it comes to
Right,
Brazil.
right,
And we know how as Americans, you know how we kind of like stereotype everything. Well, everybody stereotypes everything. So, you know
right. I mean, it got people nervous to even come down here. I was a little nervous coming down here my first time.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I got even more nervous when I went from I flew into gig and was driving to Copacabana, and I saw, the water tanks on top of the roofs, and I
Water
saw all the
tanks,
like, yeah, I saw like all the the brick and mortar with the brick Brazilian house, shack houses and shit. I was like,
favelas,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh man, I messed up. What the hell am I doing out here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I went before the Olympics, they had when they won the Olympic bid, they built a wall. Like when you drive from the GIG airport to Zona Sul, there was no wall. They built a wall on the expressway, so you couldn't see the favela. But before that, you could see
Mhm.
everything. I was like, God damn, look at this shit.
Oh yeah, when they built the wall, they must have built the wall recently.
They built the wall like in 2014. They built the
Okay,
wall like
okay.
a couple years before the Olympics.
Okay, okay. And I know when the Olympics came, that kind of changed everything out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. That's what's up, man. I gotta look at that background one more time. Hold on, let me see what's going on in the beautiful beaches out there in Rio. Oh, nice, nice. That's one thing, man. You cannot beat that beach culture out there, bro.
Oh, it's the best.
It
It's the best.
it's the best in the world, yeah, hands down.
I've To me, it's the best in Brazil. I mean, I've been to multiple beach cities in Brazil. This is the best one because a lot of other beaches in Brazil don't have this energy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They don't have this energy. They don't have the vibe. Brazil has the vibe. I mean, the Rio has the vibe.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny, man, because even the beaches out here in Thailand, I know it's just like it really don't be no music playing. It just be like everybody just kind of like on, it's like it's not as popping as energetic as it is in Rio. Like on
It's like
Rio, everybody's actually going to the beach.
it's like a family beach in a lot of other
Right.
places. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like, but here, everybody's out. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I come out here and I feel like I'm looking at a movie. It don't even look real sometimes. When I come out here to
Hmm.
let blow on the Ipanema, and you see all these people out here, the water's blue. It don't even look real, like a dream world.
Hmm. Yeah, man. And the dope thing about is going to different beaches in Rio. I
Yeah,
put up different beaches. San Cajado Beach? Did I pronounce that right?
Salvador,
San
Sal,
Corrado. Then you got,
Salvador. I was out there walking out there yesterday.
hmm
Salvador, beautiful.
and then that's like the favela beach.
Yeah, the people from Hacienda, they come down, they go to that beach. So on the weekend, it's like packed full of people.
Hmm. Yeah, man. And then we got, of course, I ain't gonna mention the other beach.
Oh, I'll mention it.
It's out
I'll
there
mention
now.
it. I'll mention it because it's whack now. But
Roster Beach whack now.
to me, I mean, it's cool, but I don't. The service is poor. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? The service is poor. You got a lot of weird people,
Hmm.
alphabet people. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's not as popping as it once was, in my opinion.
Hmm. That's crazy, man. Because it was like the best when I was out there.
It's changed a little bit. It's changed. I was out
Hmm.
there a couple weeks ago. It's changed. I
Hmm.
didn't I didn't like I don't like the service. They don't really attend the people who run that tent. They don't really tend to you like some of these smaller tents do.
Okay. Okay.
See these smaller tents, the people that run these tents, they check up on you, make sure you need everything, make sure you got everything you need. You want a drink, you want some food or whatever. They don't really do that at Rasta Beach. It's just
Okay.
a bunch of people. It's just a bunch of people sitting around, you know, smoking weed, blasting music that you may not want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you
Hold on, this stuff.
if
I
you
think
want
we're
to,
getting old, bro. That's what it is. I think we're getting old, man.
I mean, listen. I mean, on days I want to relax. I don't want to hear a boombox. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
So I don't want to smell weed. I don't want to bump. And part of that is getting older too. We
Yeah,
not.
we're getting older, brother. We're getting
Yeah,
older. Hey, listen.
I'm not.
Hey,
Huh?
hey, hey, trust me. Every night, my young cat be trying to get me to pull me out. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going to walk with you. I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, come
It's
on,
it's
BMT, come on, man. I'm like, bro, I'm just getting. I told my young guy, he's like 22. I told Travel Versus. I told him yesterday. Matter of fact, no, maybe 2 days ago. I said, bro, I'm getting older. They laughing, man. You ain't getting older. I'm like, bro, I'm getting older, man. Trust me, shit is
it,
changing.
it gets
Like
it gets
music be
old.
too loud to me now. Hey,
It's too loud.
I've been in the club for like 10 minutes now. DJP, I've been in that bitch. I'm like, yeah. I like I'm having a good time. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take my ass to bed. Like, I'll see
After an
y'all
hour,
later.
it's over. It's over. It's over.
You got old BMT to about two max, 2 o'clock max. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they got
Yeah.
clubs going on at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning out here. You're not going to
Yeah.
see
Fuck
my
all
ass out there
that.
at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Nah, I'm sleepy at 10 o'clock, man. I'm in the bed at 10 o'clock.
Facts. Facts. All right, shout out my man, Mr. Lewis, $1.99 super chat says DJP is the true preach Rio versus For the Laser. What you think about Rio versus For the Laser?
Two great beach cities.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
They've really developed the main beach walk along the skyline at Fort Lauderdale. It's really nice now. Like
Mm-hmm.
every night, all you can do is people out there walking, exercising, riding their bike, and you can pick up something out there. You know what I'm saying? you might
I'm
you
trying. Oh,
might
there you go. Here we go. We need you on the big screen. Okay, I got you. I got you now. We got it good now.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is cool. It's a developing city.
Mm-hmm.
It's my second favorite. I would say it's one of my favorite beach cities other than Rio.
For the Laser.
Yeah.
Now, which city is the one where they do the Victoria's Secret models contest?
They do what?
The Victoria's Secret models, or they get all the baddies from this little city. I think Tom Brady's ex-wife is from there or something.
She's from the southernmost state in Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called, Rio Grande do Sul. That's where you got a lot of people of German and Italian descent that live there. It's mostly white.
Okay.
It's mostly white. Rio Grande do
Okay.
Sul, Santa Catarina, and I think Paraná. I think the name was Paraná, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the three most southernmost states, and they're mostly white. People of German and Italian descent.
Oh, nice.
It's a different culture out there. It's not like the rest of Brazil.
Okay. Okay. It's more kind of like
It's
European based a
European
little bit.
culture. You know what I'm saying? They're not as warm. They're not as open. They're not as friendly as people in other parts of Brazil.
Okay. And would you say for the ladies, it's pretty friendly?
Yeah, it's pretty friendly. It's in the northeastern part of Brazil. It's about a three and
Mm.
a half hour flight north of here. I was there before I came here on this trip.
Okay.
I went there I flew a lady friend in to kick it with me. We spent a few days there, and it was cool. Nice beaches. They got decent nightlife. They got great food, great restaurants. It's really up and coming city.
Okay. Okay. And what about Salvador Bahia?
Salvador Bahia is cool. It's slower than Rio.
Mhm.
It's more conservative than Rio. The people are more conservative. Um, Beautiful people, nice people, but it just wasn't my vibe. Salvador
Mm.
wasn't my vibe. This shit, I didn't like the vibe out there. It's not a bad place, but it just wasn't for me. I didn't like the beaches too much.
Hmm.
Um, I found the city a little hard to navigate. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but again, it's not everybody got their own. Everybody got their place. I'm a Rio guy. Some people like Salvador. Some dudes like Salvador. Some dudes like other cities. But I'm a Rio guy.
So don't they say like Salvador is like kind of like the Atlanta of
Yeah,
Brazil?
it's one of the blackest, if not the blackest city in Brazil.
Okay. Okay.
The state of Bahia. Period.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I got Bishop NYC 23 with a $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says BMT and DJP. BMT, I met you when you first got to Rio when you were living there. We'll be in Thailand in May. Keep up the good work. BMT, shout out to you, Bishop NYC 23, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. I got a question here. And guys, you can favorite super chat your questions. But I do have a question here about our Southern Brazilians friendlier than Portuguese.
Say that again.
Are Southern Brazilians friendlier than Portuguese?
The for people from Portugal.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I think he
He
meant by that.
means. Yeah.
I found the people in Portugal. I went to Lisbon, Portugal, a couple years ago.
Mm,
Uh, they, to me, they're kind of equal. They're not. They're not as open and friendly as Brazilians are. Even the
mm,
Brazilians that live out there in Portugal told me that when I
mm.
talked to them. They said that the Portuguese are very reserved, very closed. But they'll open up a little bit once you get to know them. That's what they told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right. So for like a first timer, would you suggest Salvador Bahia or kind of just stick to
no,
Rio?
no, don't go to
Mm.
Salvador unless you have a guide. Unless you got somebody to
Okay.
show you where to go. I recommend Rio for new travelers because it's plug and play. It's catered towards tourists.
Hmm.
So I recommend coming here, getting your feet wet, learn a little bit of the culture, a little bit of the language or whatever you can, and then start branching out. That's what I did.
Mm.
I was always coming to Rio to the point I got tired of Rio. Said, okay, I want to see something different. But I didn't feel my Portuguese was strong enough to venture outside of Rio. So until that happened, I stayed here in Rio.
Okay. And are you running into a lot of brothers? I know Michael Irvin was down there for Carnival last month. But
Right.
have you been running into a lot of bros lately?
Yeah, I see him in the street. I met up with a subscriber a couple of days ago, right here on this beach from Chicago.
Okay.
So I see it's not contrary to what a lot of people think. It's not packs of brothers roaming around down here.
Hmm.
I've never seen that in all my years coming here. You don't see throngs and throngs of brothers walking around here. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You'll see maybe one, or a group of 2 or 3 here and there, but it's not throngs. It's not packs and packs of dudes walking around.
I mean, is there like a lot of Americans out there, like in general? Because I don't really run
I,
to a lot of Americans.
I may run into an American maybe once a day, once every 2 days or something like that. I saw an American family here, a black American family here yesterday at a
Okay.
snack shop, and they were from Arizona, and that was their first time. It was their first visit to Brazil. So
Okay.
yeah, they're here. The Americans are here.
Okay. Okay. Nice, man. Like that view looks amazing, bro. Just being on
Check
the
this out.
beach. Oh, nice. Nice.
I like coming to this beach in particular because you get more sunlight. On Copacabana, when the sun starts to go down, the buildings block the sun at around, when the sun starts to go down, the buildings block the sun out. But here, you get more sun time because there's no buildings to block the sun out.
Okay. Okay. And I asked Marcus Brown this yesterday. It's like one of my questions that I asked the guys that's kind of more boots on the ground. Let's just say if you was, what type of budget would you need to just say have a good time in Rio for, let's just say 7 days? He's going to be partying, nightly and everything. Besides the plane, plus take away the plane ticket, just kind of just the budget for just having a good time in general.
For women, wine, and song.
Right. There you go.
7 days. I would say, to be safe, 1,000 US.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say 1,000 for 7 days. I would say 1,000 US. That'll hold you for a week.
Okay. That's pretty good.
If you're talking about, women, food, entertainment, I think 1,000 will do it. Because you're not because of the exchange rate. The exchange rate is like 1 to 5 right now, almost 1 to 6. So you're not gonna spend that much unless you decide to go crazy with it. But rolling the way I roll, using that as an example, I would say $1,000 to really have a good time.
Okay. And have you heard anything about any visa issues or issues with Trump's office now? I haven't heard anything too much about Brazil with this new administration.
I heard they're gonna follow through with the visa, the tourist visa.
Okay.
On April 10th, so Americans traveling to Brazil are gonna need a visa at the end of the country.
Okay. So no more visa on arrival.
Yeah, you will need it on arrival, starting April 10th.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Do I still have my old? No, I have a new passport. I know I had bought a visa in 2017. You got to get a visa.
When did you get your visa? What year did you get your visa?
It was in 2017. And I got a whole new.
It lasts for 10 years, so you're good.
Yeah, but I got a new passport. I don't think that visa's even in that passport anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe I can show them my old passport. I'm not sure.
You can try. Yeah. The visa's still valid.
And have you, like I said, any tariffs going on out there about Brazil? Are they tripping on Americans or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
They never were.
They
never were. They never were.
Nice.
Hold on.
Yeah, esse copo. Sim. A mim. Não. Esse aqui, tá bebendo esse? Não, né?
Não, mãe.
Obrigado, tá?
You're going to ask me to you have my plastic cup.
Okay.
But yeah, there was never, here in Rio, I never noticed any issues with Americans, even during, the Austin Holloman scandal. You know what I'm saying? I never noticed anything.
Yeah, the media blew that up bigger than what it was supposed to be, really.
Yeah, I mean, people don't,
And content creators are still asking those same questions out there. You know what I mean?
What questions?
you know, the little questions that Austin, I think Austin asked, you know, would you kiss on a first date or something like that? You know, it was,
Yeah, you know, I don't think any country wants that part of their society brought to the forefront. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Especially the pay for play scene. They want to keep that in the background, and they especially don't want a gringo talking about it.
that's
So
facts.
I tried to be careful, you know, asking inappropriate questions or what people may perceive
Yeah,
as being inappropriate questions.
yeah. I mean, in all fairness to Austin, like I think he just saw a video of a white guy asking, "Hey, would you kiss on the first date?" And he probably copied that or something like that. It was pretty innocent. I don't think he
Yeah.
was trying to. And
No,
I don't
I
think
don't
he was
think he
trying
had
to
it.
invoke that he was, you know, coming out here for P for P. I think it was just,
No. I didn't think he
yeah,
had that intent either, but I could see
mm,
how, people would see it like that down here because Brazilians are they tend to be very sensitive about, some things, especially criticism from gringos. Even if what you're
mhm.
saying is true, you can't say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Like
complicated.
only in America can you be a foreigner and talk shit about the citizens
Right.
and it'd be
And
cool.
won't nobody care. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
don't
saying?
nobody care. You know.
But yeah, I think that whole situation was unfortunate
Hmm.
with Austin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he had any malintent. I know he didn't have any malintent. It was just, people just got riled up over what what they perceived as him promoting sexual tourism, which I know that wasn't the case.
Yeah, to me it was really just one individual. It was like one chick that had a little clout. You know.
Yeah, and she blew it up,
Yeah,
and she blew it up, and
yeah. Trying to as a political move, try to use a brother for a little political move, but
right.
that's done and done. That was that is what it is, man. Brazil still popping, still Brazil still lovely. Only thing issue I have with Brazil, bro, is like the apartment situation. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be the sketchy part. I mean,
How you?
I know what apartments I'm gonna stay in, because I've lived out there for what about it, almost like 9, 10 months. So I
Yeah,
know, I think you visited one of my apartments in Baja
yeah.
del
I saw
Juca,
you.
right?
Yeah, I saw your part. It
Yeah.
was dope.
So I know, but for random some people, it's like it could be difficult trying to find, you know, an apartment out there with our standard.
Uh, yeah. I mean, for example, you lived out in Barra de Juca. Barra de Juca is the most modern, the newest and the most modern part of Rio.
Hmm.
So it's a little pricier. Uh, the apartment, you can find a really nice apartment out there, but you're gonna pay a little bit of penny for it. Um,
Hmm.
but you would pay like what, $700, $800 a month for that.
I was paying 800.
Yeah, yeah, you can find something decent. You can find something
Hmm.
really decent. The downside is that out there in Baja de Juca, you need a car. You know, you kind of need to drive.
Right,
It's kind of far from everything.
right.
Here in this
It is.
neighborhood, Zona Sul, you really don't need a car because they got the subway, they got the Ubers are really cheap. Everything you need is within walking distance.
Right,
But
right.
if I would have lived in a place, I would live here in Ipanema or in Baja de Juca, one of the two.
Hmm. Yeah, we had some good times. We have a few little good time spots in Baja del Juca. We
Yeah,
should
we went.
it shall remain nameless.
Yeah, we just. I went to that spot a couple nights ago.
Hmm.
I went. It's whack, man. It's fucking whack.
Nah,
It's
not
whack
my
now, man.
spot. What?
Pearl.
Not Oh man, not my spot. Not my
It's kind.
spot, man.
It's kind of whack now, man. It's kind of whack.
All right. We got a man Scholar in the building. He says, help me find a wife in Rio. You wanna answer that? That's
Who's that,
Scholar right
Skyler?
there. Yeah.
Of all people, Skyler talking about he want a wife.
Shout out to Scholar, man.
Mister Mister Boss Player.
Hey man. That's the thing about like, I know it's a lot of guys in Rio. Like you'll see guys pretty much wiped up in Colombia, Thailand, but most of my guys in Rio they be bashing bashing it up pretty heavy out there because
Well,
women are
the
so
thing here is,
beautiful.
well, not only that, but it's hard to find a really a girl here that you really want something long term with. It's kind of tough to find that here.
Hmm.
It's kind of tough to find that here because these are city girls. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And they're a little different from the girls up north, in the northern part of the country. Girls up north, they're not as hard to please. They're not as they tend to be more humble. They appreciate when you do things for them. A lot of girls here, they feel a little bit entitled to shit.
Mm.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I mean, yeah, I've kind of had that experience too myself in Rio.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of it's not impossible. I found a few good girls here,
I
but
mean,
a lot of
you speak Portuguese though, so it's going to be easier for you, much
I mean,
easier.
even still,
Mhm.
it's hard to find a girl that you really want to build something with in Rio,
Mm.
especially if you run in the circles that we run. You really got to
Right.
go outside. You really got to go outside of the tourist zones.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What about Bahara Zuka? That's kind of like outside the tourist zone, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can find something. I mean, if you, I gotta try to find. I want to break into those upper echelon circles in Baja
Hmm.
de Juca. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I want to break into those because it's. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it's like little underground scenes here with women here that'll blow your motherfucking mind. I mean, it's like, but you don't know about it unless you're in those circles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to break into.
Okay.
Like you gotta really infiltrate certain circles here to have access to them really beautiful women.
Hmm. Okay. That's interesting, man. So that being said, is Rio still a good play better than America as far as dating?
Hell yeah, without question. This
Okay.
is Rio is better than any city in America for dating. 100%. Rio's got its problems, but I wouldn't pick anywhere in America or any city in the United States over Rio.
Mm. Okay.
Even though Rio is not like it used to be, it's still better than any city in the United States, in my opinion.
Hmm. And when did you first start going down to Rio? Was you down there when help was popping?
I got here in 2013, 3 years after help closed, so I missed help.
Mm. But they got a whole Facebook page or group or something that's I don't know if you've seen it
Yeah, I'm a
with
member.
all the help photos.
Yeah, I'm in that group.
Okay.
I'm in that group. A lot of the hype surrounding Copacabana is because of that help discotheque. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Rio for years, Copacabana for years was living in the afterglow of the help discotheque because when the help discotheque was open, you had beautiful women from all over the country that would come to help discotheque, to looking for customers.
Hmm.
Working girls from all over. So you had the baddest girls from all over the Brazil come to help to try to find clients. So they were all out there. They used to call it puta cabana because
Hmm.
all the putas that were out there. So
Hmm.
when people, so I see how dudes they come to Brazil, they come to Copacabana and they say, "Oh, I don't see no baddies," because all the baddies most of the baddies been dried up. They're not out there like they once were during the help discotheque era.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, I seen the most beautiful women in my life in Rio.
Man, it's a lot, man. When people, man, dudes come out, they say, "Oh, I don't see no baddies in Rio." That's bullshit.
Yeah.
that's
Like,
that, either
bro.
you're lying, you're blind, or you're gay.
Like,
I'm
and
constantly,
that
I'm
shit
constantly, I'm constantly turning my head down here, man, every day.
every day, bro. Malls,
Gyms,
beaches, bro.
malls, gyms, beaches. You know what I'm saying? The beach. Just walking down the street every day, like just in this neighborhood behind me, you'll see girls walking around.
Mm-hmm. We
Downtown,
did
you see.
we did a whole video. Remember we did a dope little video about how to approach.
Yeah, oh girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was out in Baja.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video a
Yeah,
few
man.
days ago about cold approaching. Um, the only thing about cold approaching is that it's cold approaching has a high failure rate. Uh,
Mm.
the cold approaching, I still do it. I still do it to keep sharp. Like I cold approached one lady today. I cold approached two yesterday, just to stay sharp socially. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And but I prefer the warm approach. Like if I'm out and about and I see a girl on the beach, she's looking at me, I'll go approach her and introduce myself. You know what I'm saying? If you see a girl here looking at you, you just go right in. Don't even hesitate.
Mm. That's true. Somebody said American Brazil women get it out, get it daily.
What's that?
Right. Now I was reading some of the comments out there. I know I miss Brazil, man. I really enjoyed my time out there. I'll probably be returning sometime this summer. For a month or so, check out Brazil, man. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've been out there. Let me ask you this though, Dennis. What's one of the big changes you've seen from 2013 to 2025? That's like almost 11, almost 12 years.
Here in Rio,
Yeah.
the women are a little more standoffish, a little
Okay.
more. I think that's because of the smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
Social media. A lot of stuff is more social media driven here. Matter of fact, I see two girls here. They're taking Instagram photos right here in front of me. Um,
Mm.
it's more social media driven now.
Mm.
So it's still a great place, but I think the women are a little more standoffish, a little more difficult to connect with. Not impossible, obviously. Prices are higher.
Mm-hmm.
Apartments, Airbnbs, everything's higher, like double, triple what they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but other than that, that's pretty much it. That's the only two things that I've noticed.
Well, then, how much is a monthly apartment in Copacabana right now?
Well, the apartment I paid for, I paid like what, 1,600, something like
Damn,
that for a
they
month.
hitting they hitting over the head like that out there now.
Yeah, yeah. I used to be able to before the pandemic, like 2018, 19. I used to be able to find a Airbnb for like anywhere from 35 to $50 a day. Now that's hard. That's not the case now.
Mm.
That's not the case now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I think all these countries have got kind of the memo that Americans are trying to live overseas for cheaper cost of living, and
Yeah,
you go
now they're
places like
getting greedy.
Medellin, yeah, Medellin and Rio. Now they got apartments going for 1,200, 1,300, like you back in the States or some shit.
Yeah, like fuck that. I
Yeah, I'm
remember
not
one
coming
time in
overseas.
particular, a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I rented a loft here on Airbnb, a loft here in Ipanema. Really
Mm-hmm.
nice place. For a month, for 2,300, for $2,000. $2,000 for 1 month. It was a really nice place. You know the host withdrew the booking? He
Mm.
withdrew the booking. He said, I want 2,800. I'm like, what? I said, no way. No way
Yeah.
Brazilians are paying this $2,800. He said, yeah, they're paying it too. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
pardon my language.
Nah, he saw an American bookage and was like, oh, got a
Yeah,
fish
I'm
on
like,
on the hook.
nah, no way. Nope, I found something else.
I got a comment here. It says my landlord increased my rent after 2 months by 45% in Brazil.
Yeah,
Damn, Passport Mars.
gringo gouging. That's what it's called.
When I was in Bali, you could like, even though my rent was 800, I did find a nice apartment for like 550, five
Yeah.
hundred dollars. But the only problem was it was on like that little Giga Island. It was on like or
Uh,
Hilio, the little
yeah,
island.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard to access.
right. It's like every time you go home, you got to catch a little
A little
mini
boat.
boat to your
You know,
crib.
You don't want to do that
That
shit.
should get old after a while. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you want to do that
You don't want to do
every little day. My man Jay Clyde says, DJP, you can always come to the projects in Poblado.
that. The mean streets of Poblado.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you was in Medellin and we linked up, man. But you went right back down to Rio. You was like, yeah, I'm good on Colombia.
No, I want no. It wasn't that. It's just that I went there for 2 weeks. I was in Medellin for
Hmm.
2 weeks, and it was cool. But I kind of got to missing the beach. I was like, damn, there's no beach here,
Right,
and it was cool. I mean, we went to Parque Yeres, and my mind was blown
right.
because it was just wave after wave after wave of beautiful women. But
Hmm. You know
it
your
was
boy
cool.
Key Sweat was out there.
Yeah, I heard. I heard. I heard.
I was like, boy, you know it's getting bad in the states when the R&B singers becoming passport bros.
Man, it's over in the states. It's over. It's over. But
Shout out my
I
man Dre
stayed.
the Kid says, yeah, Westerners are definitely getting hit over the head out here now. Yeah, guys, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's. I think some of these landlords, they pass notes. You know what I'm saying? They see what's happening. They see, the gringos are willing to pay more, so they're starting to charge more.
Hmm. And I'm like, who's the guys paying these outrageous amounts of money to stay in South America? I just don't understand it. Like, even if you had it, you got to know you being price gouged. Like, come on, man. Like, just because
Right,
you have
right.
it don't mean you got to pay it.
Well,
Okay.
especially
Is
if you
that
coming from
that's a Caprino or
it's
a fruit juice?
maracuja. It's a fruit juice, maracuja. I made a promise to myself not to drink so much when I come here. Me and my
Hold
girlfriend,
on.
me and my girlfriend made a promise that we're not gonna drink unless it's on the weekend. We're not drinking unless it's the weekend. Because
Oh,
every time I
no,
come here, I drink.
you got some guests in the
Get
background.
out of here, man. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
But oi, say, say, uh, that dude's a clown. But where was I? Where would I leave off at?
Now you were saying you made a promise to stop drinking, you and your girlfriend.
Yeah, because every time I come down here, I eat too much and I drink too much. I end up getting sick and getting overweight and shit. So
Hmm.
I've been trying to
That
cut
was
down on
definitely
the.
me.
Huh?
Yeah, you leaned up, man. That's what's up. You leaned up. Yeah, but I know exactly what you're saying. When I was in Brazil, even though I was trying not to drink every
Hey,
day, it's hard to not
hey,
drink on the beach.
check this out, old girl.
Mm.
Oh yeah, estou fazendo live. Fala oi. Fala oi pra mim.
Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Brasileira.
She want me to
Oh,
take.
yeah.
She want me to take a picture of her. Agora.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Nah, you good. You good. Take your
Don't th-
time, bro. Take your time.
Instagram. Okay. Tá bom?
Nice.
Ai,
She a little cutie.
Okay. Yeah, she was nice.
Tá bom? Ok, mais. O que você quer?
calma,
Eu vou tirar muitas fotos.
calma.
Hold on, y'all.
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
Y'all got questions? Just go ahead and ask them.
Let me see what we got in the chat real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My man is Dre the Kid in the building. Shout out, man, Xavier in the building. I'm in Cali right now. Shout out to you. I know you love in Cali. Says Kashasha in the bloodstream jiffing or something. Oh, they started to come. Okay, okay.
Eu tirei mais de 10.
Nossa.
15 fotos. All right, y'all. I'm back.
Yes. Yeah, she was nice. Just got random beautiful women walking up to you on the beach. Can't beat it.
like when I do these lives on the beach, it attracts attention. I'm speaking
Mm-hmm.
English, so people around me be looking.
Mm-hmm.
So
You might tell her come back on camera. She's still there.
she with her friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if she have a sister asking for a friend. One for trying to say, can you turn around the camera, DJP?
She's sitting over
Okay.
there with her friend.
Oh,
She
okay.
looking
She
at the
left. Okay.
she looking at the photos I just took of her.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Somebody said she pulled up and rep nicely. Yeah. This is what we do on the lives.
See if I can try to get another one.
Yeah, man.
I see a couple of them out here. Like they with their
Somebody asked
boyfriends.
how much is the monthly bill? How much is the mobile internet in Brazil monthly?
The what? The mobile internet?
Yeah.
What do you mean mobile internet?
Like, if you get a pay plan out there, like I think I was paying like maybe $10 a month or something. Claro.
You mean like cell
Might have
phone
been 30.
service?
Yeah, cell phone service. Damn, look at the background. Yeah.
I pay like I use Tim, the phone service Tim, and I leave it on all year long. I pay like 130 reais a month, which is like what? How much is that? I don't have my calculator.
I know 500 high X was like what, $10 or something.
500 reais is almost $100.
That's $100. I'm all off.
Yeah,
I would have messed up my money out there.
yeah.
Ain't been out there so long.
So that's like $30-something a month.
Okay.
So when I leave here, I pull the SIM card out, put in the plastic bag, store it away. When I come back to Brazil, I pop the SIM card in. It works right away. I ain't got to go to no Tim store to get it reactivated and all that other stuff.
Okay, so you just keep your plan on all year.
All year long, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was with Tim as well when I was out there.
Claro is a nightmare.
Mm.
Here in Brazil, I stopped messing with it.
Man, it took me forever and a day to get a Claro account. I think I finally got a Claro account with my. What was that? What's the little card that you have to have? The C something, the CPN or some shit like that.
CPF number.
Yeah, the CPF number. Yeah, I finally got one right before I was going to leave.
Man, Claro was a nightmare in Colombia. Man, I'm waiting in line for hours trying to get my damn SIM card.
In Colombia, really?
Yeah.
That's like the most. Right in what's that mall? J. Clyde, what's that mall everybody be going to in Medellin? I forgot what it called. What's the name of that big mall in Medellin, J. Clyde?
I can't remember.
It's the not Monterey, the other one. The other one. Right on the $1 Million Mile. Santa Fe. There you go. Santa Fe, yeah. Claro right there at the bottom of the building. Usually take about 5 minutes, you in and out. Mm-hmm. Somebody said Arcadia. No, not Arcadia, Dr. Dre. Hey, my Colombian dudes in the chat, heavy, boy. Y'all brothers love y'all some Colombia, boy.
How many people in the
I
chat?
tell you. We got almost 95 in the room. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. We in here. A lot of my Colombian guys, my Brazil guys ain't pulled up yet. Well, now Scott pulled up early.
I wanted to talk about some other stuff. I'm gonna do another live stream in a couple of days, and I wanted to touch on. I made a video entitled "How I Meet Women in Brazil." I did a live stream a couple of days ago. And
Okay.
it was some things that I forgot to mention because I didn't take proper notes. But one thing about the Brazil dating scene here is the flakiness. It's a lot of you're gonna encounter a lot. That's the downside to dating in Brazil. A lot of flakes, especially here in Rio.
Bro, that shit like that it's like that in Colombia too. And
I
DR.
was supposed to have a girl with me right now from
Okay.
from the North Zone. I was gonna buy her Uber to come down here and hang with me. She cancels at the last minute.
I hate to do that bullshit.
She cancels at the last minute. I kind of expected it. I'm like, oh well, whatever.
I think Thailand might be the only country where they don't flake like that. Like if anything, I might flake on them. But
Right. You kind of see if you got your shit together here in Brazil, you kind of get a taste of you're like the hot blonde in America.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of get a taste of that, a little bit of taste of that power, where you're tempted to flake on date. You're tempted to cancel dates because you got more options here. You know what I'm saying? I felt tempted to flake on a date and not show up and shit, but I try not to be like that. If I make a date with a girl, I try to show up. But I've been tempted plenty of times to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You know, like I've flaked on a couple of women my damn self because the options are just so, especially in Colombia, it's just like, I don't know if I'm gonna see her today. In Colombia, you got to put your cell phone in another room so you can get some work done. You know what I mean? Especially back
Yeah,
when I was in
yeah.
there. You know?
Once you get a little bit of the taste of that power, you want to kind of relish in it for a while. And now you understand, you finally get to understand why beautiful women behave the way they do with the short texting and the inconsistency and the flaking and the can't. You kind of understand why they do it because they got so many penises in their Rolodex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I
Shout out
remember
to
we did
Scholar,
that
man.
first. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. We did the first what?
That first interview we did, I was like in a not a totally different mindset, but back then it was like whenever I would show up in Rio, my fangs would be out. My fangs would be out. I'd be looking to fight somebody. But now it's like, I had to kind of chill down a little bit.
Right. Something man Scholar says lots of flakes, but you will start flaking on girls too. Too many options.
It's true. It's true. It
Facts.
got to a point. It got to a point where I'd be in other cities and I would double book dates. I would book a date at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff you can. I mean, you're able to do that once you got your shit together.
That might be like a Latin America thing because they do flake out. Like they flake in Colombia, they flake in Brazil, they very flaky in the DR too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
So you got to play the numbers. You
hmm
got to play the numbers.
I think beautiful women just can be a headache anywhere, bro.
True. Female nature is female nature. They're
hmm
all flaky. They're all flaky and unpredictable. You just have to account for it. You just gotta be ready for it. Just like this
hmm
chick here that just flaked on me today. I kind of expected it. It's like, okay, whatever.
hmm
And she's young too. She's like early 20s. Who cares?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you said, they got so many options, man. They be on social media. It's just all types of shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not like
like
it used to be.
so you got to play the same game. Play the same game they playing. Have multiple suitors. Have
Mm.
multiple options. That's the only way to combat this shit.
So let me play devil's advocate real quick, Dennis. Uh, if it's so flaky like that, why is it better in the states? Why is it any different than America?
Because you get a higher quality woman at a cheaper price.
Okay,
In general,
okay.
you're gonna get higher, better looking women, and you're not gonna be spending as much.
hmm
And the girls that do rock with you, they're gonna rock with you. And they're not. They don't. The women here don't have the hang-ups about sex that a lot of American women have.
mm
You know what I'm saying?
mm They're not
They
trying to
don't have the
leverage
hang.
the sex in the relationship. They're not trying to leverage it
Nah,
out.
nah, because they know. Especially in certain cities here in Brazil. There's cities
hmm
in Brazil where it's like the ratio is like 3 to 1, 3 women for every man. There's some cities that
mm
I go to. You go out to some cities here in Brazil, and you'll see like groups of 2, 3, 4 women sitting by themselves. It's not enough dudes.
mm
It's not enough men. So in situations like that, you know what I mean, you're gonna the women are a little more cooperative. I
mm
can't count the number of times I've been on Tinder and I'll ask the girl out right away, and she'll be like, "I'd love to. I'd love to. It'll be a pleasure. When? Where? You know what I'm saying?
mm
Once you get accustomed to that, you can't go back to dating in the States. It's impossible.
Facts.
It's impossible.
Is Tinder still a good play out there in Rio?
Tinder for me Tinder's garbage in Rio. Tinder is trash.
Oh, okay.
In Rio, in other cities it's good, but here it's trash.
Mm.
It's trash. But in other cities in Brazil, it's good. Like I remember the first time I went to Fortaleza. I was on the plane. I turned my phone on. My Tinder was ringing off the hook. Bling, 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 bling. I'm like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get a much quality. You get better quality in other cities on Tinder than in Rio. Rio's fucking trash.
Mm. I think the best spot for Tinder probably is going to be San Domingo in DR.
Why
Now
you say
you
that?
have, man, thousands of matches, bro. Thousands of
Really?
matches.
Thousands?
Yeah, thousands, bro. Thousands. It's crazy out there, and I think that's like the main way people kind of move around in San Domingo too. San Domingo, I mean, it has its rooftops, it has a couple of spots, but since the DR is so damn expensive, a lot of girls can't even afford to go out like that unless you take
Wow.
them out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's a group of 9 or 10 of them. They just sit there and drink Presidentes for 4 or 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or they, but they expecting you to buy that bottle of Buchanan for $100. Trust me.
Right.
Trust
Right.
me. So Tinder is like the main avenue, and it's a mix of lady working girls and regular girls on there as well. But Tinder is pretty decent.
Que mais? Mais fotos. Sério?
Here we go. We got some action, fellas. We got some action. Here we
She's
go.
not satisfied with the photos I took of her.
Oh man, well, tell she got to go. She got to go on video for a second before you can take some better
Okay.
photos. See if she speak a little English.
Vai acabar não, live?
Oi?
Não acaba não?
Não, não.
Tá falando com quem?
Oi?
É live?
Sim. Tem canal no YouTube.
Ah, tá.
Sim. Fala pra eles.
How you say? Come over você? Is it come over você? I forgot my Portuguese. Come over você?
Que tem gente vendo?
Hold on, let me take the mic out. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Okay.
Oi, tudo bem?
É boa noite?
Oi, tudo bem?
Oi, tudo bem? How are you? Qual é tu nome? Oh no, that's my.
Nome?
Qual é seu nome?
Andressa.
Oh, nice. I want to speak some Spanish.
Fala
nice,
inglês?
man.
Fala espanhol? She speaks no English, no Spanish.
Oh.
Mal brasileiro.
She says she's from Brazilian.
Okay. That's what's up.
Você tem pergunta pra eles? You have a question?
Ele tá onde?
Estados Unidos. A maioria são americanos.
Lá na
Oi?
Lá na América?
Sim.
She like American? She like American guys? Was she dated an American guy?
Foto.
Oi? She want me to take more pictures of her.
Okay. Oh, nice. Look at that. Yeesh. Them beach bodies, boy.
Ah, minha foto não
O que você quer?
Foto.
Você quer assim ou assim?
Não, assim.
Assim? Okay.
Somebody said, Aaron, your accent is trash when you go back to Brazil.
What did he say?
Now you talking about me. He said my accent trash, but I be getting confused with Spanish and another one. Spanish and Portuguese. You know, the crazy thing is, that could be her real hair in Brazil. They do have that beautiful hair in Brazil, beautiful Brazilian hair.
Hold on, y'all. Let me put my earpiece back in.
Okay. One for travel asked, can he get a 360? But I don't know if she's still there.
All right, here we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. We hear you.
All right.
You solid.
Tá pronto? Tá pronta?
Shout out one for travel with the 5 super chat minute. I really appreciate that. She a baddie now. A baddie pulled up on the show. That's what's up.
Estou tirando ainda. Isso.
Tá bom?
Isso, muito bom.
I remember that. Muito bom. I remember that.
Okay.
Obrigado.
Okay.
Tchau.
Ciao.
Ciao. I can get, okay, you get a little 360 before you go. Ciao.
Eles querem.
Hello.
Vire.
Nice.
Cadê?
Nice.
Oi?
So I tell her, I'm in Thailand. You say Thailander?
Ele, meu amigo, ele está na Tailândia
Ah, tá.
agora. Mas ele tem muitas pessoas assistindo.
É?
Muitas, quase 100 pessoas. 100? Assistindo você. É? Tchau. She kind of got. I told her it was almost 100 people watching. She kind of got a little shy and shit.
Oh, you know how they do, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You can't beat that, bro. You can't beat that.
But this is why the beaches in Brazil are so great. This is why the beaches in Rio are so great. You never know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna run into. That was just a totally random encounter.
Facts.
You know what
Hold on. I'm trying to pull you up again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Damn it, where's my screen at? Hold on, I'm trying to. There we go. All right.
That was just a totally random encounter. Go ahead.
I got a passport, but Mars says, I have a question for DJP. I've been living here for a while, but what's the significance of agua con gas?
Agua con gás.
Yeah.
It's carbonated water.
Oh yeah. Agua con gas. Agua with gas. Yeah. Well, I'm drinking right now, actually.
Yeah. It's carbonated water.
I got on that in Colombia. For some reason, start drinking carbonated water. It's supposed to be good for the stomach or some shit.
It's good for like, for example, when I'm trying to lose weight, when I get hungry at night, I drink the carbonated water to fill my stomach, so I'm not as hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty popular down there, man. So is the beach a good, like, you know, I've met girls on the beach before, but like, is it still a good spot to meet the women at on the beach?
Absolutely. You saw it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Absolutely. Like if you be sitting out here on the beach, you'll get up and go to the water, and you'll walk back to your seat. You see girls looking at you, and you just go right in. Or
yeah, she's trying to holler at you because she just picked you randomly to do the photos. She could have picked anybody.
Yeah.
Or she could have picked one of her friends, right?
Right.
So you might have to go ahead and get them digits real quick.
I'll get her Instagram before I leave.
For sure. You can't beat it, man.
That's why guys ask me all the time, where can I meet women? You can meet them anywhere here. Mm-hmm. Anywhere. You ain't got to go to no nightclub to meet a girl.
That's facts.
Anywhere. Walking down the street, walking in a grocery store, in the gym. Mm-hmm. You know, anywhere.
I got a question here by CC. He says, would she be considered to be Afro or mixed? What do you think? She like right there at the borderline of both, right?
I would call her mixed.
Okay.
I would call her mixed. She's not black. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Somebody said Indian. I don't know. They come in the frame, that's for sure. That's, Damn, okay.
I don't think they're from here.
I was about to say, yeah.
Sometimes you could tell the women that are from here, the women that ain't from here.
Yeah, because Brazilian women, they be really, really in shape.
Yeah. You could tell by their body. You could tell by their body. You could tell by their skin tone whether they're from here or not.
Mm-hmm. I know it's like a little I think it's like a morning show out there in Brazil that be making fun of fat people. I be seeing it. I used to see it in the mornings. I just be like, damn, why they gonna do the fat people like that?
They fat shaming.
Yeah, fat shaming. So they really be on a. That's the thing about Brazil, man. Them girls are working out 2-3 times a day out there. I'd be like, why are you going to the gym? Didn't you go to the gym this morning?
Yeah.
I'm like, you already in shape. But
they take their fitness seriously here. Like every smart fit gym I go to in Brazil is always packed. They're always packed, full of people. I'm not accustomed to waiting to get on the station, but you got to wait to use the machine. There's so many people in the gym.
Facts. Chad the Great says the club culture in Rio is ass. It's more bars and beach. Clubs in Medellin and San Domingo are a better vibe, but I don't go to Rio for clubs. I go more to relax.
I agree. I can agree with that. I don't really fuck with nightclubs. I mean, I'm 47 years old. Them days are behind us. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. People just don't understand, bro. You know you're getting old when you think the music too loud. I'm like, damn, this music loud. But the music always been loud in clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't like trying to, talk over loud music. When you're trying to talk to somebody, you try to talk over loud music. People bumping into you and shit. I hate when dudes stand close to me when I'm in a nightclub. Like, dude, get away from me, man. Stuff like that. You just don't. It's old now. It's old.
I mean, I've had some good party nights in Rio. I mean, the funnest time I had was at that white party. That was by far one of my favorite times. I mean, the New Year's Eve
it was dope.
white party.
That was dope.
That was dope. Did my man still have those? He still has the event.
He had one the next year, but the host got on some bullshit, and it ended up not happening. We ended up going to Dolce Vita that night, and then a year after that, he tried to have a New Year's party on a boat, on a yacht, and that wasn't what I expected it to be. So yeah. So next year, when I come back to Rio next year, it'll be on. I'm gonna be on the beach. I'm not gonna go to nobody's party.
Okay, yeah. If y'all don't know, New Year's Eve in Rio is the most best night, craziest event. I promised myself I'll do it every year, but I haven't been back. But New Year's Eve is the best, bro. It's like everybody's in white. They got the fireworks. Real dope vibe.
Even the girl that threw up on me, man. Remember that?
Which one threw up on you? I don't remember that one.
At the party at the Hilton. At the New Year, it was a red bone chick with a fat booty. She fucking got drunk and she fucking puked on my shirt. Man.
I don't remember that, bro.
You don't remember that? You had already left. You had left. Okay. Everybody left. I was the only person to stay behind to make sure she didn't die. You know what I'm saying? So the paramedics came and got her.
The one with the glasses?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was gorgeous. She was super, super bad, actually. Super in shape. I remember her. She was really drunk. She had got drunk early, too. I'm like, damn, we just got here. You getting drunk already?
So she passed out. She was mixing beer and hard liquor, which is a no-no. She was laid out, throwing up, and I had on a white shirt. She threw up on my shirt, on my shoulder, and I was pissed. So the paramedics came and took her away. I'm walking home from Copa, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm mad as hell. I took a shower. I called her the next day, make sure she was okay. She was embarrassed. She's like, I told her what happened. I said, you had passed out. You blacked out. She was totally embarrassed. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, can I see you again? I'm like, At first I didn't want to, but I'm like, I remember her body. I'm like, okay, fine. So we ended up hooking up a couple times.
Yeah, her body was bad.
She was, yeah.
I could. Should I pull up the video? I don't know. I think I got the video.
I got her on video. The video we made when me and you walked to the fucking party. I got her on video.
You cussing a lot, man. Hold
on. My bad.
Yeah, you good. I'm gonna see if I can find that video real quick, man. That was a minute ago. But yeah, it was a whole bunch of baddies that night at that party, actually. Let me see if I can find that video. Hold on. When did we do that video? That was a minute ago, I see.
That was 2023.
Let's see if I got on video real quick. She was bad. Hold on. Damn, why my shit freezing? Hold on, I got the video, but my shit frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I pulled up the video and it just started playing out of nowhere.
Yeah, she got an onion on her, boy.
Hold on, who you talking about? Hold on.
Behind this girl behind me at the shower.
Oh, okay, yeah. What up, Grego? DJP said, what up? I mean, Grego said, what up, DJP?
Fazer vídeo para América. Tu comigo vídeo.
Let me see if I can find that video. I had just pulled that video up, family. Hold on, give me 1 second. She in the very beginning, too, so. Let's see. Find that video. I've been all over the damn place. Here we go. It should be right. Damn, right. Nope, that's not it either. You still be going to the funk parties?
Nah.
Okay.
That was in Belo Horizonte.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me get super chats real quick. Shot my man Chad the Great with the $9 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. BMT, DJP, dope vibes as usual. Wonderful Truck with the 5 super chat says, we're making an official BMT Brazil Bash New Year's Eve party 2026. Hey, man, that's actually a really good idea. You know, like I say, I don't know if we can do the Hilton again, but that white party, all you can eat, all you can drink, it was like $100.
How much? Yeah, we paid $100 for that. It was worth it.
Yeah,
it was worth it.
And when they say endless champagne, they mean endless champagne. As a matter of fact, we can pull it up right now. We got receipts. You know, I hate when StreamYard be switching everything up on people. Hold on. All right, so this is the New Year's Eve party. And that's the old girl right there, right? Can you see it?
Yep, that's her. That's her. That's her.
Hey, that's man. Her. She was bad, bro. She was probably.
She was nice.
Yeah, you guys can see the girls right there, all the afros, fireworks, endless champagne all night. All right. Yeah, the stallion right there. We had a good time that night, bro. There she go right there. What? There she go right there. That's her body right there. Nice little slim thing.
Yeah.
We had some.
She was cool, but she had issues, man.
They all do when they're that bad.
She had issues.
I remember her too. Remember that night? Yeah, we had a good time that night, bro.
That was a hell of a time.
Yeah. That was probably one of the best nights, to be honest with you, DJP, of my life, bro. He was in there.
Yeah.
I think I might have been the only. No, I did have white. I did switch to white that night. Yeah, man. Goddamn Rio. Can't beat it. Can't beat it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, say her body was cold, DJP. See, they don't get it. That's like a normal. What would you rank her? Maybe about an 8, a good solid 8 in Rio.
Who, her?
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, she's about a Rio 8.
Yeah, she's like a good solid 8.
I remember one time, like maybe a week or two later, I was walking on Copacabana on a day like today, and she was out, and I had texted her. I said, "Where are you? Where are you at?" She said, "I'm on the beach." I said, "Where?" She said, "I'm on Copa." She was wearing this red bikini. Her ass looked like 2 basketballs, man. I'm like, God damn. Whew.
Hey, she was bad, bro.
I
She
wish I
was
had a
so
picture of that.
gorgeous. So gorgeous, bro. Yeah, we were turned that night. There you go, DJP. Who you dancing with, brother? Remember that? Dancing with a baddie.
I can't see it. It's too small on my phone.
Oh, okay. That's you right there, though. In the white, dancing with some baddie in there.
Okay.
You know.
If they
But
ever run that, if somebody ever throw a party like that again, I'll definitely show up.
yeah, we're gonna have to do it again, man. We might have to put one together ourselves, bro.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the dopest parties I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
You know.
That was.
And I'm surprised. I mean, I think everybody got lit that night, man. Endless champagne, endless food, alcohol.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, we're gonna put that together.
And then we went home. I got home like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Got up the next day and went right to the beach. Everybody was on the beach.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what I did that night, but I know I did something. I did something crazy that night. But yeah. Somebody asked, is Christmas through New Year's Eve a good time to visit Rio for a first time?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm. It's not really too many bad times, but maybe like do they have a rainy season out there? I know when I was in Rio in June, it did rain a lot.
It's not so much a rainy season, but from June, July, August, that's their winter here. So it's like the temperatures get low. There's less daylight hours. You get the weather is inconsistent. It'll be cold one week and hot the next. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. I know when it rained out there, it's almost like a different city. You feel like you like New York in the '80s or something when it started.
Yeah.
You know, when it rains, look like nobody's on the beach.
Nobody's on the beach.
Damn. Like you really feel it when it rains out there.
Only thing you can do is go to a spot or have a girl come over to your crib.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, man. But like I said, Rio is definitely a vibe. Like I'm glad you and your girl made that pact not to drink too much out there in Rio because I knew I was drinking a lot. It's so easy just to go out there on the beach at 2-3 o'clock and get a couple of caprinas, right?
Easy. It becomes a habit. And then when you're with your friends, you know, they drinking and y'all get caught up in the whirlwind and you want to drink too. And, you know, you got to slow it down, man.
You know, once I saw them make a capriina, bro, I was like, I can't drink that shit. They put like a mountain of sugar in that motherfucker.
They do.
Like two
and they put
big
that,
ass
they put that
processed
not
sugar in
only
that
the
thing.
sugar, not only the sugar, the cachaça, the sugar cane liquor. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Satisfeito? Satisfeito com as fotos? Você gosta da foto? Com certeza? Com certeza? Você está com certeza? Oi? Okay. She put her clothes back on, then she took them back off again.
Hey, she's on you, bro. You gotta go ahead.
I'm gonna go jump in the water for a minute. I'm gonna ask her because she come with me.
Yeah. Shout out my man, welcome to our tonight super chat, man. I really appreciate that. You're showing love, brother. BMT, it's time to start monetizing your subs. Richie Mac, oh shit, hold on.
Você gosta? Ô, Meio? Por favor. Você vai postar no Instagram? Tem Instagram? Me dá seu Instagram.
Por favor. You can't make this up, guys. Live on YouTube. Let me read super chat real quick. Richie Mack has Zoom Fest. Dollar has the yacht parties. Intuition starting yacht parties in Cartagena. You can own New Year's Eve in Brazil. You got a good point. You got a good point.
Andressa, né?
Duas comandas.
Yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point. If y'all down, man, I'm down to put it together. Yeah, she's nice. She's nice.
These type of bikinis are very popular here.
Mm-hmm.
Esse biquíni aqui é muito popular aqui no Rio, né? Uhum. Sim, no Brasil inteiro.
Yeah, man.
Você mora onde? Você mora onde? Aqui? Em cima? Okay. I asked her where she lives. She lives right here in one of the communities over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. She got a whole bunch of friends. She got some single friends.
Eles perguntaram, você tem amigos? Tem amigas?
Amigas.
She said, yeah, she do.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She said she got a lot of friends.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Dennis, you gonna have me come? You gonna have me slide to Brazil before June, man?
Meu amigo, ele está na Tailândia agora. Ele quer conhecer suas amigas.
É?
Sim.
Aí faz o quê?
Oi?
Faz o quê?
And do what?
Party, have a good time.
Oi?
Elas não estão comigo.
Não, faz bom tempo aqui na praia.
Ah, para ir pra praia?
Sim. I said we go to the beach. We can all go to the beach together.
Facts.
O que você acha?
Por quê?
Vem para a praia.
Yeah. Ele vai vir?
Sim.
Tá.
She asked me, are you coming? She said, are you coming? I said, yeah, huh?
Marcar pra gente.
I'm pulling up. Tell her I'm pulling up. Have a friend ready for me. I'm
She said, let's
my Portuguese again.
She said, let's set a date for all of us to meet up. Tem morango?
Terminar de estar em foto.
Okay. All right.
You can't beat that, DJP. Just out there chilling, just get a baddie walking up to you.
Life here is awesome, man.
He just he like, yeah. Yeah.
Life here is
how
great.
do you think she maybe what, 25, 26?
I think so. 20, 25, 26 years old.
Right. They said DJP putting in that work. Hold on, somebody said that's how BMT like a little fluffy. You wild for that answer, man. Oh, all right. Let me do this poll. They want us to do a party for New Year's. We got some time to put it together, so let me do a poll real quick. Let's see who I'm gonna pull up. Y'all serious about it? We'll put it together. Where's my poll at? Okay, here we go. Where's my poll at?
I'm gonna hit HL up and see what steps he took to get that venue at the Hilton.
Okay. With BMT and DJP. Hey, we might have to do this for real, man. Shit. Make it an event. Go on the yacht too.
There go a girl. From the start of the stream.
All right, I put the poll up. All right. Somebody asked, is Ipanema your favorite beach?
One of them.
I mean, I was gonna say my
Like
favorite
if I
beach was Rasta, but I don't know now.
I like this spot right here because it's a lot. It'd be a lot of young girls around here.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a lot of girls.
Ipanema would be lit. As a
At this
matter of
spot,
fact, when I have met women, it's been on Ipanema Beach, believe it or not.
yeah. This spot right here is perfect because it's a lot of girls around. You get more daylight out here. The Bahakas are good. They tend to you very good. You saw how a dude just came up and asked me if I want more
Mm-hmm.
drinks. Some Bahakas don't do that. Some of them don't give you that kind of service. You know.
Man, you can't beat that, bro. You just sitting on the beach randomly and just pull a baddie like that. You just can't beat it, bro. You can't make this stuff up.
It's. You try not to take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't stay here all year long because I don't want to take this place for granted. I got to go away and miss it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. A couple months there, a couple months back in the States.
Because I was away for 4 months. After the 2.5 month mark, I was starting to feel the pain. I was starting to get the.
Man, I was talking to Traversity today, or was it yesterday? And we were talking about moving back to the States, just like, man, we wouldn't do it, basically. And my boy Traversity was just like, man, I'd be depressed if I had to move back to America full time. I'm like, bro, I think most men would.
America's good for business and making money and focusing on your business. It's not good. It's not good socially. It's not good for dating. It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not no more.
I saw a little video of a chick. This chick was like, I think the guy might have been like 35, 36. The chick was like in her 50s. And I think he was messing with like a 23-year-old. And she was trying to say, that's a child. That's just a child. Why are you messing with a child? I'm like, when is 23 been a child?
Right. It's just stupid. And another thing I noticed, man, it seemed like a lot of women, particularly in the States, they hate to see a man that's happy and free.
Oh,
you ever notice
facts.
that?
Facts. They hate that
They
shit.
hate to see a man that's happy.
Especially a black man. Any man in general, but especially a black man.
In particular, a black man.
Mm-hmm.
If you got your shit together, got a little bit of money, you live your life on your own terms, no kids, no responsibilities, they tend to dislike that. Why don't you get married? Like, I don't want to be married.
Right.
I mean, because it's like they have a dislike for dudes who are free like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember me telling you the story when I think I was getting, what was I getting? I was getting my visa or something. Like I was getting my visa for Brazil. It was something I was dealing with my passport. And I remember going to the office and the lady was like, you going to Brazil? I was like, yeah, I'm going. I think it was an expediting service to get my visa faster or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. This is back when you had to have a Brazil visa to enter. And it was a sister, and she was like, "Oh, you going to Brazil?" Like, yeah, I'm about to pull up and going to Brazil. She's like, "Oh, who you going with?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just going out there, meet some of my friends, some of the fellas." She was like, "Oh, you going to Brazil by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." She's like, well, "What are you going there for?" I'm like, "Why would you be asking me all these questions about what, who, and why I'm going?" It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember buying the domain Black Man Travels. And the lady at GoDaddy was just like, "Oh, they do?" I was like, "Yeah." Like,
Unbelievable.
Now I will say this in all transparency and all honesty, I do sisters kind of traveling more than the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
It's like a small percentage of bros that travel, maybe less than 10%.
Yes.
But you got they'll get on after. They be going to Italy, Jamaica, Paris, Cartagena. They be out there now. So shout out to them. Hey, they call you the King of Rio, man. You accept that title?
No. No, I don't. I don't accept that. To me, the only King of Rio is my man Rafael, who lives in Florianopolis. He's a Brazilian guy, but he grew up in the United States. I had him on my channel one day. I gave him an interview, and we were talking about dating in Brazil. This dude, he pulls absolute smokers, like model quality
You talking
women.
about our dude Raphael, dude that's Black Men's Option
No,
Raphael?
no,
Another Raphael.
not black men's option Raphael. It's another Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
He's Brazilian guy, and I call him the King of Rio for real because he pulls some of the model quality women off the street. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So that dude's the King of Rio to me, or the King of Brazil to me.
Okay. Yeah. I know Brazil got them playboys out there.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, like I said, Brazil is beach and fitness culture. There's a lot of competition here in Rio. You got dudes that are in shape. You got good looking dudes. You got dudes that got money. So your competition is pretty stiff here. You got guys coming here from all over the world. Your competition is pretty steep. So you gotta step your game up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You gotta speak that Portuguese too.
Yeah, that definitely helps. It definitely helps. It's worth it, man. It's worth it.
I mean, in Brazil, since you say Tinder trash, because I know I kind of met a few women on the cold approach in the mall. Not even the cold approach, it's more like interaction with them, just talking in general. They wanted to learn English, or they wanted to speak English better. So it was easy to just change the Instagrams.
Right.
And then once you change the Instagram, you start a dialogue, and then you link up and you meet. So it's almost like, not like the States, but it's like a similar game, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you develop a social circle. You know what I'm saying? The longer time you spend it, you develop a social circle. You have friends introduce you to women. You have guy friends introduce you to women. That's really the easiest way. Yeah. That's the easiest way.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go from there, man. Just continue to develop your social circle because you don't want to be here for a long time and not have no Brazilian friends. You know what I'm saying? Got to have Brazilian friends.
Shout out to Obi, shout out to my man Hobson. That makes a big difference. You know, makes a big difference, especially when you can hang out in the favela a little bit, kick it with them, and they'll just kind of bring women around, and they'll be interested in you just for being American.
Yeah, because
the easiest game is, hey, I want to learn Portuguese. You want to learn English? Let's communicate.
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, the first girl I ever met in Brazil here in person was on that. She was trying to improve her English. I was trying to improve my non-existent Portuguese at the time. But yeah, it worked out. She introduced me to her friend, and we ended up hooking up.
Oh, nice. Nice.
My first trip.
Nice, man. That's what's up. Well, brother, I don't want to hold you for too long. We've been at it for a little minute, man. I know you want to hop in the water.
Yeah, man.
You want to say anything before you go? I see, you got some work over there that you got to work on. So
I'm gonna go jump in the water. I'm gonna get her to come with me. But yeah, man, for those who are thinking about never been to Brazil before, y'all want to do your research, learn a little Portuguese before you come, and just come check it out. I mean, it's changed my life coming here. It changed my life. Okay. I've been on a mission ever since I've been start coming here.
It definitely changed my life in 2017. It definitely changed my life.
I was never a beach person. I'm sorry.
Now go ahead.
I was never a beach person until I came here. Never. Never a beach person. Now I love the beach.
Facts. And like I say, Brazil has the best, dopest beach culture in the world, man. All right, as far as the poll goes, would you go to Rio for New Year's party to a New Year's Eve party with BMT DJP? 88% says yes.
Right on.
So we might have to do that, man. We might have to put something together.
Right on.
And we got a long time. We got a long time to put it together too. We might have to do like at least maybe 3 events. I mean, we do the New Year's party, but maybe we do a little yacht party in there too. Just package it all up in one package, however much.
Or even a beach party. Who knows?
A beach party. Yeah, that would be dope too. That would be very dope. And I know exactly who to call. I know you know some people too.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
man, we probably could do like a little favela funk party too.
Eh,
Yeah,
I don't
you got
know.
to deal with them sketchy. Yeah, you got to deal with the
Yeah,
sketchy
yeah,
individuals when you
nah.
deal with the
I don't.
favela.
I don't really rock with the favelas like that,
Mm-hmm.
unless I know somebody up there, which I don't anymore. So,
I still got a few connections. You know what's crazy though, man? Like looking at the city of God and then remembering being in the favela, and you know my man Hobson saying, "Hey man, we could build you an apartment for 10,000 here. You own it and everything." But then I look at the city of God. I'm like, don't y'all still have gang war breakouts and shit? Like I don't y'all need to be
yeah,
involved in
yeah.
that. I live
There's a catch.
outside. I live right outside the favela. How about that?
Yeah, there's a catch to that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Well, all right, man.
Well,
Go ahead and do your thing on the beach, bro. Enjoy yourself. Great live. You know, got a little eye candy. You know, just dope live as always, bro. Maybe this one will go viral too.
yeah, maybe they'll. I hope it does. I got I'm gonna do a live on my channel in a couple of days. How I meet Brazil, how I meet women in Brazil, part 2. Because there's a lot I didn't touch in the first video that I forgot. So
Okay.
I'm gonna touch that. I'm gonna touch on that, and I'm gonna touch on a couple other things too.
All right,
So
bet, man. Guys, make sure to sub to my man DJP if you're not already subbed, man.
yep. All right, y'all. Y'all take care.
All right, peace.
Peace.